Good morning, I'm Clinton Griffiths. Several days of rain and snow has delayed planting in some key growing states. While USDA reports corn planting is only 1% behind schedule, its latest crop progress report finds some farmers haven't been able to do a lot of field work just yet. Looking at the days suitable for field work, farmers in Michigan with only 1.8 days available, Indiana, Minnesota, 1.5, Montana, only slightly more, Wisconsin, less than a day. With very little snow on the ground this winter, there were hopes for an early start to the season, especially in the northern Corn Belt. Ag Day's Michelle Rook joins us. And Michelle, is the weather going to allow that to happen?
Clinton, it doesn't look like Plant 24 is going to get off to the near record start that some had predicted. In fact, if we look at the forecast for the rest of April, it looks like a tale of two weather stories in the Corn Belt, with the west seeing a more open window while the east could have a few planting delays. A relatively open winter and record warm temperatures in February and March had farmers in parts of the Corn Belt doing some field work and talking about early spring planting. However, looking at the 7 to 10 day forecast, growers, at least in the east, may have to settle for a normal season.
Eastern Corn Belt's getting shut back down again. Storm system that's coming out of the south early this week, which produced a lot of severe weather, is going to move up the east. And that's just going to put too much rain down to really get stuff going. But I think the Western Corn Belt might see 7 or 8 days of decent conditions to get things going.
And Snodgrass says early planting in some areas may be discouraged because he expects cold temperatures to return after April 17th or 18th with a system that gets cut off and spins over the Great Lakes.
And there is just some evidence that much of the northern Corn Belt, maybe you can get as far south as maybe 40 degrees north latitude, straight across the country, we should be able to get a frost temperature in, which would be a little bit later than average for parts of the ice states, but I can't rule out the fact that we could cool back down one more time.
After that, Snodgrass thinks the entire Corn Belt can make good planting progress. Then the attention will shift to lingering drought concerns.
I mean, at fall, we had 40% of the lower 48 in some form of drought. Now it's down to about 18%, but still, talking to farmers in Iowa, I mean, up until recently, farmers in Wisconsin and parts of Minnesota, and then getting up to the Red River Valley of the North and even Missouri, Nebraska, there's people out there that are saying, man, we've not recovered what we've lost incrementally over the last 4 years.
The models are pushing drought from the Western Plains into the Western Corn Belt, but Snodgrass says he got burnt by those models last season, so he's holding off on that prediction until he sees the timing of the transition from El Nino to La Nina. I'm Michelle Rook reporting for Ag Day.